we're going to talk about the operational amplifier, or op-amp for short. The operational amplifier is type of amplifier. So what is an amplifier? Amplifier. An amplifier is anything that you put an electronic signal in the input and you will get a larger version of that signal. In electronics, the symbol for an amplifier is a triangle that has an input and output terminal. So, if I put a signal X in here, usually a voltage or a current to the amplifier that has an amplification factor or gain in which represented by letter A. Okay? The next one, from this signal, okay, we get a larger version of that signal from the output would be X times gain. And this means by amplification. This gain is the ratio of the output against the input signal, where our gain has a noise unit. For instance, let's say I have a signal here of 2 volts, which I put in the input of the amplifier that has a gain or amplification factor of 10, we will get the output voltage of that amplifier of 20 volts. Now, we talk about operational amplifier. So, an operational amplifier is an electronic component that can perform a mathematical operation such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, integration, and differentiation. The electronic symbol for an operational amplifier is a triangle that has a two input terminal. The positive, which is the non-inverting input, and it has an output, and negative for our inverting input, and it has an output terminal. It has also a two supply terminal, the positive VCC and the negative VEE. So this is the abstract symbol for an operational amplifier. So when we talk about op-amp, it has some characteristics that we must keep in our mind. One is the op-amp have a high gain, typically more than 200,000 for an open loop configuration of the op-amp. So this one is a open loop configuration. Another thing we talk about op-amp that they use for feedback circuit. When we say a feedback, a certain portion of our output is being returned to the input. So this feedback circuit This feedback circuit, it may be a resistor, a capacitor, or a diode used. When we use a feedback circuit, the op-amp is in a closed-loop configuration, in which we can control the gain whatever our desired value we want to use to the op-amp. There are many op-amp circuits in a closed-loop configuration, like inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier, summing, differential, differentiator, and integrator, in which we will talk about these in the next couple of videos. Third thing for the op-amp, that they use this kind of input here, in which refer to the differential input. When we say differential, is the difference between the two inputs. For instance, we call this terminal as B plus and this terminal as B minus. And the output, okay, so the difference, which is equal to B plus minus B minus, or the input voltage. And the output as VO. So VO is equal to gain times V in, where V in equals to V plus minus V minus. Where the output signal is proportional to the difference in the voltage between these two input signals here. So let's plot this equation, this one. Our VO is equals to gain times our V. A graph that is showing the output, okay, against the input voltage of the op-amp. This graph will show the three regions of operation in operational amplifier. So let's make a line here in which very steep. So this slope of the line is our gain. One property of the op-amp that the output voltage of the op-amp will not exceed to the value of the power supply, or simply the maximum output voltage of the operational amplifier is depends on the supply voltage to the operational amplifier. When it exceeds, okay, it becomes saturated. And this saturated, we call this as saturation region. When V out goes above the positive supply, it will become a flat line, and we call this as positive saturation. Same goes in the negative voltage, it will become flat, and we call this as negative saturation. This saturation will make the output signal to be distorted, or there will be a clipping or cut-off portion of the output. From this area, we call the tawag natin dito ay linear region, where the op-amp will conduct in normal operation. Okay? To avoid these two saturation regions, okay, we must set our positive VSAT equals to the positive VCC minus 2 volts, and for our negative VSAT, which is equals to negative VEE plus 2 volts. Okay? To avoid the saturation region, we must set our VE, okay, equals to the VSAT over the open loop gain of the operational amplifier. 1. I want to show you how this op-amp connects to the power supply. Most of the op-amps operate in dual supply. That means we need a two power supply. And some applications can operate in single supply also. The required power supply for the op-amp to operate, it has a positive and negative 12 volts, positive negative 15, or positive negative 24 volts. Now, let us connect the negative terminal of one power supply to the other positive terminal of another power supply. And let's connect this to the ground. Next one. Let's connect let us connect this positive VCC terminal like this to the positive terminal of this power supply. Okay. Let us also connect this negative VEE like this to the negative terminal of this power supply. Okay. So let us also apply a load, okay, a device, or connect a device to the op-amp. Like this one. One characteristic of the op-amp is that the output impedance, okay, the output impedance of the operational amplifier is very low, where it approaches to 0. And what does this mean? It means that whatever the value of the impedance of our device, usually have its value of 8 ohms, okay, there will be no voltage drop from the output of the op-amp. So it can power up the devices. And then, okay, so, and then make this figure in simple way. We assume that this is always hooked up in just the terminal. When you see this figure, this op-amp, we assume that the supply terminal of the op-amp is virtually connected to the two power supply which I showed you a moment ago. Another characteristic of the op-amp that it has a very high input impedance. So, when it has a very high input impedance, it means that the current entering for both input is 0 because the input impedance, which is approaches to infinity, okay, it will cause the current drop down to 0. For that reason, we can amplify a very small signal apply to the op-amp. So, being our input voltage, which is equals to the difference to the two input terminals. So, B plus minus B minus. In terms of the analysis, circuit analysis of the operational amplifier, usually we approach this in ideal model or ideal op-amp. When we say an ideal op-amp, we assume our input voltage or Vin approaches to 0. So 0 equals to B plus minus B minus. So if it is a 0, we assume our B plus is equals to B minus. So if these two terminals is equal, we assume these two terminals is virtually short, right? Virtually short or virtually connected due to the high input terminal due to the high input impedance of the operational amplifier. Next, I would like to show you what would be its output if we apply the different voltage in the input. Since our Vin is equals to B plus minus B minus, and Vo is equals to the gain times Vin. If we apply 2 volts to the non-inverting terminal, okay, and positive 1 to the inverting terminal, 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1, which is equals to positive 1, times the gain of the op-amp. The output would be the positive VCC. Remember, the maximum output voltage of the operational amplifier depends on the supply voltage. Next, if we apply a positive 1 volt to the non-inverting terminal and positive 2 volts to the inverting terminal, 1 minus 2, which is equals to negative 1, times the gain of the operational amplifier, the output would be in negative E. If we apply a positive 2 volts to the non-inverting terminal and negative 1 volt to the inverting terminal, 2 minus negative 1, which is equals to positive 3, times the gain of the op-amp, the output would be positive D. Next one, if we apply negative 2 volts to the non-inverting terminal and negative 1 volt to the inverting terminal, so negative 2 minus negative 1, which is equals to negative 1, times the gain of the op-amp, the output would be in negative VE. So here is the different package of the operational amplifier. So we have here the deep package or the dual inline package, the T of 5, which one? The T of 5 method can. So these two devices or these two package, okay, these two type of package is in a through-hole technology. So what it means? Through-hole technology, where we make a hole in the PCB and insert the device and solder it to the other side of the PCB. Next, We have here the Deep SMP package or the surface mount technology package, like this one, where the device is soldered on the surface of the PCB. Some of the device in this package is very small. Okay, so another. Okay, so this one is showing the pin configuration of the LM741 op-amp. Okay, it consists a single op-amp. Okay, so this one is the pin configuration. So on pin 2, okay, is our inverting input. Pin 3 for our non-inverting input. Pin 6 for our output. Pin 7 for our positive supply. Pin 4 for our negative supply. And pin 1 and pin 5 for our offset null terminal. And what is the function of this terminal? The function of the offset null terminal, okay, the offset null pin in 741 is mainly, okay, the function of this is to remove the voltage difference between the inverting and the non-inverting pins when no input is applied to this pin. But the op-amp is supplied with positive VCC and negative VEE, and mostly connected like this one, like this. Since both input is on the ground, okay, the inverting input is on the ground, the non-inverting input is on the ground, okay, the output of the op-amp would be 0. So 0 minus 0 to 0. But in the practical application, of the op-amp, the output would be not in 0 value, but the value is very near 0. And this value is the error of the output. To remove this error, we need to adjust this offset null terminal until the value of the output is equal to 0. Next one. Some operation amplifier can have 2 or 4 op-amps inside, like this one. Okay. Next. So this one is showing the internal schematic diagram of the operational amplifier. So this device is integrated circuit, or IC for short, or sometimes we call this a chip. Okay? So a chip consists of 20 to 50, 20, 50 or more of transistor, resistor, diode, and capacitor inside of the chip. So next topic would be the differential amplifier in transistor model. So remember, okay? So remember, in a operation amplifier, the first stage of the operation amplifier is the differential. The first stage of the operation amplifier is the differential amplifier. Okay, like this one. Followed by the gain stage, which is mostly in a common emitter amplifier, where it amplifies the output difference of the differential amplifier, and followed by a class B push-pull emitter follower, where the output will be goes up or going to the positive, or going to the negative. Okay? So next topic would be a differential. The next topic would be a differential amplifier in a transistor model. See you